Hello everyone and welcome back to this course on CYPETHERM Eplus. Now in this video we're going to be looking at the library section and also amending our spaces for this video. So as you can see here, all the different spaces that have been imported from my architectural model, bedroom, bathroom, etc. And you can see here the 3D view also gives me a representation of that particular space. So you can see I have multiple different bedrooms, but I've defined them all as a particular space, that being bedroom. You can see here the X denotes that the definition has not occurred. So we can come over here, double click on the bedroom and define them. We have three different types of definitions: occupied, not occupied, and not defined. Now we have to choose for our spaces either occupied or not occupied. So for the bedroom, I'm going to select occupied. Now, once we're here, we have the option to specify the behavior of that particular space. So the ventilation options, lighting, people, and internal equipment. I can move over. You can see here the blue arrows. Now these blue arrows denote particular libraries that are installed within the program. So if I click here, you can see that I have different options here as well. So I can go to here for the bedroom. We can go to hotels, resorts, dormitories, and you can see bedroom, living room, and I can accept those changes. So that particular bedroom has a ventilation of 5.5 liters per second per person. I can change it, of course, to different values depending on what you like to work with. In terms of lighting, I'm going to keep it here. I can, of course, go into our particular library and I can choose from some areas. So a dormitory with downlights, compact, I can select that, and you can see the changes are made there. With people as well, I can come over here, I can go again to bedroom, living area, and accept those changes. Of course, I have the different units as well. So if I move to people, you can see that that particular change occurs. Bedroom, living room was that, yeah. And as you can see, that change has been made. Now, of course, we have the option to change the activity level, so watch per person, the sensible fraction, which I'm going to leave off, radian fraction as well. I can, of course, go into that particular library and select some degree of activities. You can go here, seated, very light work, offices, hotels, apartments. And I can, of course, define the percentages of women and men as well. So as you can see, that's done there. In terms of internal equipment, I can also add internal equipment. So if we have these sort of specifications, I can input those. I can also look at load densities of particular spaces and change them as well. Now, I'm not going to insert any internal equipment for this one, but let's continue. Another thing I wanted to demonstrate was the schedule here. So for instance, I can, for my ventilation, I can set a schedule for my ventilation. So if I wanted here, you can see the option to insert an annual, weekly, working day, and all-week schedule. Let's go with an all-week schedule, and I can come over here to my profiles section and introduce a profile. So this profile would be working week. I can, of course, insert a value for the available profile, or also do it by hour. So for instance, a bedroom will be at 100% until about the working day starts about 7, and then we can have it at about 30% ventilation for the rest of the day until I get back from work, until one gets back from work at about, let's say 7, and then after 7 it has full activity. So you can see here that this has been defined. I can also export this this particular profile. So I can say working day profile, and that export's been finished, and I can accept that change. You can see here then, once that profile's been defined, I can define it here. Now as well, for Saturdays and Sundays, I can create a new profile. Working weekend, doesn't really make sense, I'll just call it weekend, by hour, or I can just go 100% for the whole weekend. There are some weekends where I like to stay in bed all day and accept those changes. Weekend. I can reference this as bedroom schedule. I can, of course, distinguish the programs per month. as well. I can as well change, export this particular change. So I can say bedroom schedule and export that particular schedule as well. So once that's accepted, I can do that as well. Now, in terms of now with my lighting schedule, basically the same. So I can of course go back to all week and import my bedroom schedule, and you can see here that that's been imported as well. In terms of people schedule, the same sort of thing. So I can go to all week and select my import my particular bedroom schedule here, and you can see that's imported. And it's as easy as that, as basically defining my particular space. Now, of course, we have different options for including internal equipment. So if you have some sort of, I don't know, where you could have certain types of exercise equipment or laptops, computers inside your room, you can, of course, define those here as well quite nicely, yeah, and also include a schedule. By amending the different design power, latent fraction, and radian fractions of that particular equipment. I'm going to leave that off for my bedroom because I'm just going to leave it off. And that's basically how we would amend the bedroom for my Udemy apartments here. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at bathrooms as well. All right, guys, see you guys in the next video.